is the biggest, is the best. We are here to talk football in Canada. Of course, I have some of the best analysts, guys who love football. They are passionate about football. And of course, football is their life. Today, we'll be looking at the English Premier League. The EPL is considered the best league in the world. And of course, we'll be looking at matches of the English Premier League. We are previewing matches of the EPL. And of course, we'll be looking at the matches that will be taking place on Saturday and the matches that are coming up on Sunday. And with me to discuss these big matches are my good friends. We have Nathaniel, we have Insikak, and of course, we also have Adedipe. So, let me quickly welcome Nathaniel. Nathaniel, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Of course, we also have Insikak. Insikak, how are you?
I'm doing very well.
And of course, we also have Adedipe.
Fisayo, Afanyo, and some Pochito.
And some Pochito. Okay, so, like I said, we are talking the EPL, and of course, the show today is Football Fans Canada. These guys are based in Canada, and together we'll be looking at football in the English Premier League. These are passionate fans of the EPL, and together we'll be analyzing the matches that are coming up this weekend. So let's start. Southampton versus Manchester United. He's a Man U fan, and of course, he is telling us that he wants the coach of Manchester United, Erik ten Hag, to be sacked. I don't know why you want him sacked. So tell us, why do you want ten Hag to be sacked? And of course, do you think that Southampton is going to beat your team this weekend?
Why do I want ten Hag sacked? I mean, anyone who watch football, and I'm sure you guys don't support United, but you watch football, you've seen what he has done in the last two seasons. He's been very poor.
Yeah.
His first season, he was poor, even if we got a trophy, but it was we even struggled to win that trophy against Newcastle. We played very poorly until the goals from Casemiro and Rashford that changed the game. But we were poor.
Yeah.
And when you want to contextualize, the whole Carabao Cup, it's a nothing trophy. And we're talking about Manchester United. This has been, in the last 20 years, the biggest club in English football. Even to this day, by name, obviously not with achievements in the last 10, 15 years, because we've been poor since Alex Ferguson. But last season, we lost the most games we've ever lost. In over 70 years. 14 losses in the English Premier League. United haven't lost that since the early 1900s. That should tell you how bad we've been under this manager. We have no style of play. We're in the third season. We're still struggling. We have no style of play. We have no. He have signed poorly. He spent more money than any manager who was coming post Ferguson. And when you talk about trying to implement his football, the reason why he was brought here all the way from Ajax, he hasn't even do that already. He hasn't even do that. He's been he's been the worst manager in in the Premier League in the top 6.
Okay, Insikak, do you think that the problem of Manchester United is coaching?
To be honest, I like his honesty, first of all.
Yeah.
And yes, I think it's coaching. Now, why was ten Hag brought in the first place? He was brought in because of his achievement in Ajax. Now, the expectation was for him to replicate what he did in Ajax in
Manchester United.
Style of football.
Style of football. That's where I'm going. So, and to be fair to him, he won trophies.
Yeah.
And he has even said in one of his post-match games that all he does is win trophies. Luckily for him, in his 2 seasons
he has won trophies.
Yeah,
Carabao Cup.
And that's why I like his arrogance. He says he is the best manager aside Pep in English Premiership.
Yeah.
And he has trophies to show for it.
Yeah.
We watching football, understanding football, know that it's not anywhere close to anything called that.
Yeah.
The only thing he has in common with Pep is just the hairstyle. All right. But talking about football,
yeah.
Let's go a little bit deeper. Now he has gone into recruiting Ajax All-Stars in Man U. When I say Ajax All-Stars, look at the Man U recruitment. Brother Anthony, former Ajax player, keeper, the keeper Onana,
Onana,
the league, The late
Don't forget
and
Van
There
der
was there was Van der Beek before
Van der
the
Beek was here.
Yeah.
Martinez.
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 You brought in what's his name, number
Onana?
two, the number
Onana,
two,
Mazraoui.
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 So he's trying to bring in Ajax too, because the intention was to replicate what he did in Ajax. So he's trying to bring in this guy. Well, I understand Ineos have been trying to give him a chance, so that let's see if he's going to be able to. Because I think why he's bringing this guy back is trying to replicate his ideas, saying that the people he brought in are not understanding his ideas. That's what he said. And then right now he's trying to implement his ideas and bringing in the people that he has been coaching before. Yeah. Let's see if the ideas are going to work. But this weekend, if he doesn't win Southampton, Man U is supposed to be taken off the EPL. I have a chance. I'm right that they should be taken off the EPL. But that was a joke on the side, though, because Southampton have not won any single game this season.
Yeah.
Since they come up, they've been the poorest. In fact, they're below.
I think they've considered the highest number of goals.
Number of goals. All right. If you look at the teams that came up this season, the Ipswich, the Southampton, and what's the other team again? Leicester City.
Yeah.
Leicester has shown that they're ready to fight.
Yeah.
Ipswich, they played big games. They
They play against Man City. Yeah.
So in those two games, you know that they have a good team. The likes of the lap and the rest of them. They're doing good, right? Those guys are hoping to stay, but Southampton are not looking like people that want to survive the EPL. That being said, if Man U does not win Southampton, I'm not expecting them to win any game again in the EPL. That's my
I think.
So so what do you expect? Southampton versus Manchester United. Who is winning this?
This match is going to actually decide the fate of Erik ten Hag. In my own opinion, because let me go back. Let me just take you memory lane.
Yeah.
I want to give it to him because 3 seasons, 2 trophies. That's a plus, a good one. But I have a feeling, or based on experience, based on what has transpired, he lacks what we call man management. For him to fall out with a whole Cristiano Ronaldo, right? He didn't manage him very well.
He had problems with Varane.
Yeah,
He had issues
man
managing.
management.
He has never had a problem
Yeah.
with any manager in his career.
So it means he cannot manage egos.
He cannot.
Yeah.
And when he's making that mistakes, he's losing the dressing room.
Fell out with Casemiro too.
So
Fell out with Anthony. That
So-
he signed.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Sancho.
about
Sancho.
Erik
Sancho
ten
too.
Hag, and I mentioned about memory lane. Manchester United, they have a structural issue
Yes.
before Ratcliffe came in right now, right? So that's why I said I gave kudos to him. He won 2 trophies despite the issues around the structure.
But you have to keep in mind, even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he went to 3 finals. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wasn't a coach at all.
Before, let me conclude by saying this. Before Erik ten Hag, your best manager in Manchester United was Jose Mourinho in terms of trophies.
In trophies, yeah, because he won 3 trophies.
So give it to this guy. Between the chaos, within this chaos in Manchester United, he won 2 trophies. Now, I'm talking about man management right now, right? He's trying to bring his own philosophy in terms of developing young talents, young players. That's why he brought in Kobe Mano. He brought in Amad Diallo now playing Garnacho now.
He didn't bring in Amad Diallo.
I know, but he gave him a chance.
No,
He's not playing right now, right?
The players that came under his wing were Garnacho and Amad. No, sorry, Garnacho and
Amad is
and
playing
Kobe.
this season.
And
Kobe, yeah.
And Garnacho and Kobe, he hasn't developed these players because if you look at
He hasn't developed Garnacho.
no, he hasn't, because Garnacho actually regressed in his second season.
Yeah, the last season, Garnacho was wonderful last season. Yeah.
In his first season, he was good because he was coming off the bench. He made an impact.
Yep.
You're running at defenders who were already tired in the 75th, 88th minutes of the games. So, he was able to impact games. Second season, he got 30 straight starts. And he was poor. He was poor every game.
That happens because other players, other teams have already worked this game.
Not just work his game. Because, okay, I'll give an example.
He's a Man U fan.
I know.
No.
I watch your games too, so I understand what you're saying.
Look at Raheem Sterling. Okay. I'm saying as a football player, he's poor. But under Pep's system, he was amazing. He scored over 100 goals with Pep. Why? Because the system was built. They have a very good system, and he was given a set of instructions that enabled him excel in Man City.
Short saying when Sterling is a poor player and did not only function in Pep's system. And Sterling in England
was wonderful under Liverpool too.
Has been playing superbly
Liverpool,
Liverpool,
yeah.
he was doing really well.
Thank you. I didn't want to interrupt
In
before.
the England setup, he's doing really
He
well.
was so good that Manchester City bought him from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Have you forgotten that transfer?
Yeah.
No.
People, Liverpool fans today, they've not forgiven him.
See,
They said they went for
Even
the
in
money.
his first, second
They
season,
told him that he left for the money.
No. See,
So Sterling is so good.
Even last season,
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
yeah.
He's a good player,
Yeah.
but he's not great. He's a good player.
Yeah.
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Because if you look at Sterling anywhere else, he's been poor.
No,
Chelsea.
No, he hasn't been poor.
Chelsea-
No.
Last season in Chelsea itself, the only person that
No, last
performed
season,
him
his first season.
It's Kopama
is Kopama.
It's Kopama,
and Jackson.
yeah.
Kopama and Jackson.
Those are the last season. The first
It's
season
true,
was only
Kopama.
His first season,
Yes.
his first season at Chelsea. When he had a run of games, he was poor. He
Why
was
would you say poor? Let's look at
he
his
was
stats.
poor.
Okay, guys, let's make this snappy because we're going to spend the whole day discussing this.
Yeah.
So let's go fast.
so
Southampton
about
versus
to
Manchester United. Who's winning this match?
Man should win the game because we have the name, we have the players.
Your score prediction?
No, I'm saying we should win the game, but it's not guaranteed.
What's your score prediction?
What is your score prediction?
I'll say 1-0, 1-0
Manchester United.
They will scrape victory.
I'll actually go for a 3-1 Man United.
Okay.
3-1 Man United.
So Man U will beat Southampton 3-1.
Yeah.
You?
It's going to be a very tough one for Manchester United, but they're going to actually scrap a 2-1 win.
So everybody's saying that Man U
2-1
is winning that one. Man U beating Southampton in the first match of the weekend. And of course, the second match of the weekend is Brighton taking on Ipswich Town. I think that's going to be a tough one. Brighton almost caused an havoc at the Emirates just last week.
My take on this: Brighton is going to be a surprise of the season. Now, you have the youngest manager. The guy's just 31 years old, and not to take away from that, he just won the Manager of the Month last season. Oh, sorry, last month.
Last one. Yeah.
Now, what I'm trying to say is that guy has brought a philosophy of football that it's different from. Let me call it a mix of what Pep is doing and what Mourinho was doing. So, where you have a libero defender coming in as a midfielder, right? And then he maximizes the two strikers as he have. He plays Pedro as well as Danny Welbeck. Pedro is FPL. If you would have played FPL, no. Pedro is most highly signed player in the FPL right now. But because of his transformation, his formation is different. His ideas is so brilliant.
Yeah.
Brighton is going to be a team to watch. Ipswich, I praised them already. They are doing really well. They're showing that they come to fight. At least they're showing the fight, unlike Southampton. No disrespect to Southampton fans, but Ipswich is going to give them a fight. But I'm definitely sure Brighton is going to win. That manager will not stay long in Brighton. Trust me. I just keep saying this. Before you know it, he'll be taken off.
Brighton is switched on.
Brighton is going to win. Like you said, they won. The coach got the Manager of the Month.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a game that will be like 3-2, 3-1, lot of goals.
Yeah,
And
because
they're going to play exciting football. Both teams.
whenever Brighton is playing these small teams, there's always it comes tricky sometimes. You don't know what will happen.
You know why I said?
Brighton is a good team, but Ipswich Town might just shock them. You never can tell Kaka.
You know why I said
What do you think?
it's going to be a win for Brighton because number one, they're playing at home. Number two, it's going to be an open game. Ipswich, they play on the counter.
Yeah.
They don't defend, right? And Brighton also, they play exciting football.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of goals and Brighton's going to win. You're going to see. They're going to win.
For that, I would go Brighton 3, Ipswich 2.
3-2?
I would say 2-0 Brighton.
3-1.
3-1
Three goes to Brighton and one.
There's one team I loved watching towards the end of the season, last season. I'm talking about Crystal Palace. They played some of the best football towards the end of the season until they sold Michael Olise. I mean, Michael Olise, if you ask me, should be playing for the likes of Man City, Arsenal, or Manchester United. Wonderful player, fantastic footballer. But those guys allowed this talent to move all the way to the German Bundesliga. Now, Crystal Palace do not have Michael Olise. They still have Eze, and of course, they still have one of the best upcoming defenders in the English Premier League. I'm talking about what's his name again? Gay. So now Crystal Palace is going to play against Leicester City. City just came off the table. They just came up from the second division. I mean, from the Championship to the EPL. And of course, you expect that with Ndidi in the midfield, you have a Tau playing attack, and of course, you have some fantastic players. Still, Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
Do you think that Crystal Palace is going to have it easy against Leicester?
They're not going to have it easy because they haven't started very well. They haven't started the way they finished last season. They've been since the loss, like you mentioned, since the loss, Michael Olise.
Yeah.
They haven't been the same team, on the offensive side of things. Though they still have some of the core players.
They still have Mateta.
They but they do not have that creativity they used to have when they had Olise in there.
Yeah.
Obviously they still have Eze, which still helps them.
And they have Nketiah.
And and now that's true. They just signed Nketiah, but we don't know how he's going to play as of yet. We haven't seen him play yet.
Yeah, he's playing his first match this weekend.
Exactly. So it's they should win because they're at home, right?
They're at home, yeah.
Yeah. So they should win that game. Because when I watched last week, when I watched the game, not last week, 2 weeks ago, between Tottenham and Leicester City, or the first game of the season actually.
Yeah.
Tottenham was supposed to win that game. It was to be an easy, walk in the park for Tottenham because they missed a lot of chances. When you bring it forward now to them meeting, facing Crystal Palace should win this game, just because of the fact that they play mid block, and still a very offensive style of play with Glasner since it came.
But that being said,
But
let me quickly dive into Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace it's going to be a very exciting team to watch this season. Glasner on his pre-match analysis, talks this when he was actually pretty much confirmed when he was actually saying something about that. He said he's one of the best in the in the training sessions, the energy he brings in, and the finishing. They had an indoor game, friendlies within the international break, and Nketiah just scored too. We talk about creativity. Yes, I'll give it up to Olise. But that as a boy, and
still there, yeah.
And then there's a younger guy, I think he's 21, Wharton.
Yeah. Adam in the midfield,
Adam Wharton,
yeah. He's an amazing player too.
That guy, that foot is magical.
Yeah.
That guy's left foot is magical.
He reminds me of Carrick, but left-footed Carrick. Yeah.
Left-footed Carrick. Now, the idea about this young boy that I like a lot is it's calm on the ball. He has an eye for a pass. Give that to Eddie Nketiah and see what would happen. I'm so sure Arsenal is going to be playing that Mateta, and he's going to change the formation. I'm sure he's going to be playing Eze on the flank, Mateta and Nketiah up front.
Yeah, because last season he played the 4-2-2-2.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when he's going to come
Mateta and who do we have up front? Ashlop, yeah, and Eze and
then sometimes he started that this season. He started that this season playing Mateta and the other Eduardo.
Yeah,
Edward. I'm playing Edward. Now, Edward is definitely going to drop off. Nketiah is going to come in. Nketiah is a very good finisher. That's one thing, you know.
Yes, he's a box finisher.
He's a good finisher, and then he has the mindset for the run.
He has a good hold-up play too.
Yep.
Mindset he knows the link to play too as well.
So that too is going to be a big one. Now, Crystal Palace defense was unsettled because when Newcastle knocked for Maguire, his head was turned. It was completely unsettled. Now the window has closed. Those guys are going to sit back and play for Crystal Palace. So for me in this game, I'll actually go for Crystal Palace
Yeah, this much win here.
against Leicester. But that top being said, Leicester still have an old engine called Jamie
Vardy, yeah.
So let me butt in from here. I have a different opinion.
Okay.
I'm looking at a draw
Mhm.
for this match. It's gonna be like a 2-2 or 1-1 draw because we can't discount what Leicester is playing right now. They are back and they have the
And they
veteran
seem to be improving with every
Jamie
match.
Vardy,
Yeah.
the veteran. They have Jordan Ayew. They have indeed the Wilfred Ndidi. They have players, both fives, the
Yeah.
defender. So
Yeah.
so Leicester series, Steve Cooper is their new coach. So
Yeah.
they have
Cooper.
this.
Yes, Kuba, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the name.
They have this new coach bounce, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
new manager
when the
bounce,
new manager
Yeah,
bounce comes,
you want to
yeah,
play
you
for
wanna
you want to
play
play
very
for your
well.
manager.
and towards the end of last season, give it up to Oliver Glasner, like you said, they played exciting football.
They play the
They
best football.
discovered.
Yeah,
they
the
played
last
Liverpool.
10 matches of the season they were
They
better
played
than
Liverpool.
this.
So-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this season now, they played 3 games. They've lost twice. They have only 1 point, and they have -3 goal difference. So it has not been so good for them. And why? Because they have new setup this season. They lost Edward. Edward is no longer there. They lost Jordan Ayew. So they are trying to form. They lost Ulisse.
Yeah.
So they are trying to get their acts together and form a new team right now. So that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be worry for Palace against Leicester. They're going to play a draw. That's my prediction.
Okay, so I will leave the Fulham versus West Ham match. I will take us to the Liverpool versus Forest, Nottingham Forest.
Who's home? Liverpool's home.
Liverpool is playing home, and you see, there's something I was watching. A football show on TV just yesterday, and some person said that the kind of football Liverpool play presently doesn't make you want to believe that they've lost their coach. They lost the previous coach and they have a new coach. It's like the guy that came in slotted in so well, and his name is Slot. So is it that he slotted in so well and he has been able to like give us exactly what Klopp was playing, or perhaps is even doing better than Klopp?
So
Let me
Go
say
ahead.
it.
All right. The truth is, Arne Slot had been playing similar kind of football where he was
Slot, yeah.
where he was at
Okay,
Bayern.
we're final.
Final.
Bayern. Now, the only difference in Klopp's pattern and his pattern is the quick close and press in the midfield. Now, let me start with what Klopp used to do. Klopp had this 1-2 bounce up to Salah. Bounce in the midfield,
Up to Mane.
Salah. Mane.
All of money, yeah.
Yep. Now he tried to replicate the Mane style with with Lewis, but it never really clicked. So what he was always doing is Lewis always turned the second striker instead of going out wide all full like he goes with
With
Salah.
Salah.
Now, so Lewis always comes in as the second striker. Now, when Arne Slot came in, he polished that. Lewis is definitely going to score, if not as many goals as Salah, but almost close to what Salah does. Reason being, anytime he does that, they do that midfield play and then switch it to the right wing, right? Check out the runs of Lewis. What he does is he ends up in that second bar. That's why he will have a problem playing with what's this other striker, the main striker number
Darwin
9.
Núñez.
Darwin
Núñez.
Now, because Núñez is not going to do what Diego Jota does. And once that one comes in, Diego Jota tucks in, and David Luiz now takes the position of the striker. Now, there's what we call a decoy. Decoy run on behind, and before you know it, Lewis is in the first back, he's scoring. And if Lewis misses it, he gets to Diego Jota. That's the difference from what he is bringing in from what Klopp was doing. So it's going to be an exciting season for them. Well, like we always know, teams have what we call the manager bounce.
Yeah.
We are thinking it's a manager bounce. Same thing happened to Tottenham last season. They won a streak of matches, and the guy came in, and we were thinking, oh, Tottenham is going to win the league. But we hope that this still stands. One thing I like about EPL is when once they discover you, it's always going to be difficult for you. I think they're studying him.
Yeah.
They are studying him. They are studying.
It's just early days right now.
It's early days right now. But once they discover you, you're going to have a problem.
A problem.
But there's something I like about Liverpool this season. Last season, it used to be Wataru Endo in the midfield. And some people were saying that their weak point was Endo. Now they've come up with this Gravenberch. That boy is playing football. Have you seen that boy this season?
Did you watch the international break?
Yeah.
That pass. That killer pass.
That
Sexy.
That guy, they play ball.
Have you seen us?
Yeah.
Oh,
that technical ability.
Gravenberch and McAllister. Then Sobo slide. They can't spread down. More.
No.
You know, sorry to interrupt you, Kaka. You know what I feel? Klopp have done a fantastic job for Liverpool before he left.
Yeah,
he handed over a very stable
team
to Ancelotti.
Yeah, that's a
they did so well to keep Salah.
They didn't sign anybody. Did they sign anybody?
No, they did. They signed one person.
Did they sign?
They signed Kaiser. They signed Kaiser.
Federico Chiesa. That's the only player.
And that's a good addition. Now, but the thing is,
because they are stable.
What Klopp did was he made a foundation. And what happens with when you come to succeed a good manager? Managers come to implement their style of play instead of building on what
is on ground.
And then slowly transforming it to what you want. Even when Guardiola came to Man City and he took over from
Pellegrini.
He didn't immediately change structure. He did not really. He had almost 70% of those guys still in that team and was transforming them one after the other. So you don't come in and decide to change every single thing. Most managers make that mistake. Same mistake Potter made when he came into Chelsea, buying almost everybody he wanted to buy. Same mistake Ten Hag is doing right now. You come in and you decide to overhaul the team.
Everything.
You don't overhaul the team. Especially when the manager that was there was a little bit stable. Like in case of Liverpool, he was really stable. He just wanted to. He said in his words, he was tired. Right? So you don't come and change everything. You just come change it with time. I'm going to jump to Arteta right now. When Arteta came in, Arsenal was in disarray.
Don't go to Arsenal first. Because
we're
going to talk about Arsenal later.
I'm just trying to in the sense that, and there are some people that inherit teams that are well grounded. Do you understand? There are some people that inherit teams that are well grounded, but you still, because of your stubbornness, want to impose your style of play immediately. That always, most times, 99% of the time, it's a failure.
It fails. So.
It fails.
Yeah.
At least for a particular season, it will fail until you get your rhythm.
Yeah.
Guardiola in his first season, I don't think he won anything in the EPL when he came around.
He finished fifth
Because he played.
But playing his style of play. He never changed it. He came with style of play. He started playing style of play.
He's doing his own style of play. No, but Pellegrini was still playing. Pellegrini was still playing. Exactly. Pellegrini was still playing that same style of play as well.
No.
Pellegrini was not playing all long balls.
No, it wasn't long balls. But Pep is more of a possession, hardcore possession.
Exactly. Yeah. But the thing is, when he used that,
if you look at the number of passes, the average number of passes between when Pellegrini was then Pep is
you can't compare that. What I'm trying to say is, him Pep had to sink in first with that set of players before he made his own transformation. He just don't come in and buy a full set of team.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. Yeah.
That's what managers do. That's what Ten Hag did. That's what
but one thing he did though, he signed a goalie. He signed a goalie who could play football.
Now let's go back to that goalie part. He signed the first one. He signed Navas.
Yeah.
The next season he signed another one.
Yeah.
He only played for one season and he signed another one.
Well, he got rid of Jihad.
So guys, let's do our predictions first. So Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, your prediction.
I'll say Liverpool. Everyone's fit right now, so I'll say 4-0. 4-0.
Your prediction?
It's gonna be 3-0, and of course it's in Anfield. lest we forget, we didn't even mention Cody Gakpo. We've
Gakpo
been talking about Liverpool. You didn't mention Cody Gakpo. So that means they have a depth of squad.
So you guys believe that Nottingham Forest cannot score a goal against them?
No. They won't.
You just say
They won't
if
score
you
a
are
goal.
playing any bet, it's a straight win.
Me, I'm giving it Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. I'm saying 3-1. I see a goal. Who did you score a goal?
Okay.
And you know that I wouldn't always score against Liverpool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a thing for Liverpool. Well, I'll go forward.
Against the big teams, Man U, Arsenal, Liverpool.
I'll go forward. I'll go
4-1.
forward.
Okay.
And I know cross and
I wouldn't use goal.
Nigerian connection.
Man City, Brentford. I know that Man City is on fire, but I also know that Brentford has a way of scoring goals. This is not one match you want to believe that Man City will win on their day. Yeah, they're certainly going to win, but it's not going to be too easy for them. What do you think is going to happen on the day?
I'll be honest with you, it'll be an easy game for them. Because Haaland, the same Haaland that faced him last season is not the same that's facing him this season. And they have a very good winger in Savinho.
No, he's injured.
He's injured.
Oh,
He's
injured. He's out.
Luckily.
But Haaland, the same Haaland faced him last season is not the same as facing him this season.
Why do you think so?
Huh?
Why do you think so?
Because Haaland
is on fire.
not just he's on fire. He didn't go to the Euros. You can tell he has a lot of energy. He's well rested. He's fit.
He played for Norway just over the weekend.
Yeah, he did, yeah. So he's fit. He's ready to go. 2 hat tricks and 2 back-to-back hat tricks.
Wow.
So I and the game is in Etihad, right?
So who is
What's in
winning?
Etihad? I'm going Man City.
Man City 3-1?
5.
5?
5-1.
Brentford is not scoring in this game. Despite the fact that they have two exciting strikers. Wissa and Mbeumo. But with the way
Haaland hat trick.
Okay.
Another one?
No.
Yeah.
I don't see him scoring a hat trick in this game. I think with this game, with the way Man City is going to control it, I don't see
Gundogan.
Brentford breathing in this game at all, especially at the Etihad. Now, looking at the people they have this season, you're talking about Haaland scoring a hat trick. You've forgotten that there's a fit Kevin De Bruyne right behind him. They brought back the experience, the veteran, the former captain back into the team. The Kovacic we saw last season is not the Kovacic of this season.
Yeah.
The team last season when they didn't have Rodri in the team, or formerly called Rodrigo, Rodri in the team, most times 90% of the time they lose.
They struggle, yeah.
But this season they have only played Kovacic right there, and they've won every single one of it. Okay, people say they played easy teams. Chelsea wasn't an easy team. Yes, they are.
Chelsea is always easy for anybody.
Let's be fair. Yeah, Chelsea is unsettled at the time. New manager.
Yeah, we're in transition.
New set of players. I understand. That's why the people are saying not regarding them at the time. But Man City have had it easy. Well, they'll have a good test next weekend. When they play in Arsenal, though it's at the so then we can actually analyze and say, okay, this City team is that they're going to do it 5 times in a row, or what's it going to be? But for this game, I'll go with his prediction as well, 5-0.
5-0 Man City.
Yeah.
Brentford is not going to see a single goal.
I won't give them too many goals. They're going to win. It's going to be like 3-0. And don't forget, Guardiola mentioned something. He said 3 games, 3 wins, right? 9 points. He said the last 3 games are just preseason. That after the international break, the season
just started. Yeah.
Right now, those 3 wins, 3 games, Rodri did not play. There's another player that didn't play. Foden was injured, right?
Foden wasn't, he wasn't there.
So they have Doku right now. They have Gundogan, like that. They have Bernardo Silva.
They have a better
Grealish is back. They have Kevin De Bruyne. So they have a plethora of players that will change.
They have Rico Lewis.
It's looking as if
Rico Lewis.
it's looking as if they're winning this
Rico Lewis is benching.
Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker did not play too. He's
No,
back.
I think it's
Back is 33.
So it's just a win for
Kyle Walker is old.
He's just resting there.
Ake is hurt.
which makes sense.
No, Ake is out. Ake doesn't do
Ake
that.
is smooth.
Oh, Vardy was there. Vardy was
They have-
cold.
they-
So
They have
Man
Fabio,
City,
they have Diaz,
That team is getting better every season.
they are evolving like a fine wine. They are always smooth.
So, but they lost Alvarez. So also then it's looking as if they not lost
from
anybody.
Borussia Dortmund. The central defender,
Akanji.
Akanji, they have Akanji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akanji has not even played.
No,
Yeah.
Akanji actually played the first
Has he
year.
played? Okay, he played. Okay. So they have players they can. Bernardo Silva, that's an.
So what's your prediction? Because it's not
It's
have time.
3-0,
3-0.
massive.
Yeah, okay, you said. So Aston Villa Everton. So we're going to be snappy now. Aston Villa versus Everton. Your prediction?
Aston Villa 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, Aston Villa. Yeah.
Villa Everton.
Villa is winning 2-0.
2-0. You
2-0 because Everton is down on the log. In fact, they've considered
last week they were leading 2-0.
Yeah, they were leading 2-0 last
They
week.
were leading 2-0 at the point
And
they
they
eventually
lost-
lost.
They lost to Bournemouth, right?
Yeah, to Bournemouth.
It's so
At the
ridiculous.
80-something, I think 85
Yeah.
minutes. 85th minute, they scored
The
3 goals.
3 goals.
Their
Yeah.
goal difference is -8. So currently they are just down
I'll
and
say
dead and
2-1.
buried. They are even looking at getting owners. The American buyer is trying to buy them out. So
Yeah.
in fact, the press conference that they mentioned yesterday or today, their president, they are saying they
But
have
give it to them. They
Everything.
did so well to remain in the league because
Yeah,
points
they-
were deducted from them.
Yeah,
last season.
they did.
They tried.
Yeah, they did so
their
well.
president said they are going to encourage.
If not for the
Some
points that were
that is not going
deducted,
to be signed.
Everton would have been ahead of
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
yeah, that's true.
You know that?
So, but no,
I don't mind you. I don't mind you.
I don't mind you too.
but they won't qualify for.
That's why
Conference.
Chelsea decides.
They won't qualify for Europa.
That's what Chelsea decides.
So that's a win for Aston Villa.
Okay.
No-brainer. That's a win for.
Bournemouth, Chelsea.
You know what is going to be interesting? The Bournemouth Chelsea game. Now, Bournemouth.
Guy, I can bet my left eye Chelsea no go beat Bournemouth.
Chelsea will win that game. You know why? You know why Chelsea will win that game?
At
So
home?
before you talk, let us identify ourselves.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
wearing a Chelsea jersey.
So you're
So
a Chelsea
apparently
fan.
our viewers already know that. I'm
You're a
a giant
Chelsea fan.
So I'm in the midst of opposition, guys, and we have a Man U fan here, and we have the
Two Arsenal fans.
Gunners here, right? So nobody's going to support me. I'll support myself. Let them castigate us.
Guy, it's not
and then
about support. It's not as if everybody is celebrating you.
I
I'm looking at a Bournemouth team that is playing well-knitted football. A team that is enjoying the football as it
You
is.
just
now.
talked about Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
And in the 5th minute, they scored 3
3 goals.
amazing goals. There's one African guy there called Semedo.
Semedo from Ghana.
He's a Ghanaian.
Yep.
I don't know if you watched that guy play. He's been exceptional.
Yeah.
You do FPL, right?
Yes.
And you don't have him in your team.
He's going to score against
You have
I
Semedo in
don't.
your
I
team.
don't.
You
He's
don't
going
have
to
him in
score
your
against
team.
Chelsea.
Now,
He will score
Semedo-
against Chelsea.
Yeah, we.
Because Chelsea defense
he
is
might
poor.
actually.
They don't have. Your problem is you have wonderful
you have-
midfield
you have a wonderful-
attacker.
you
You
have
don't
a
have a
good
defense.
midfield.
Disaster. Oh my god.
Gusto is out.
Disaster.
You know Gusto is out, right?
Disasi will replace him.
Oh, God.
Yes.
James is not ready. Colwill is
in and out.
you know.
Levi Cole.
Let me. You know what I'm checking right now. I'll allow you guys to talk. I just want to read to you what their coach has said.
Okay.
Iraola,
Yeah.
their coach mentioned something. He said it's going to be, and this is reported by BBC. He said it's going to be a difficult game
Mm-hmm.
tactically.
Mhm.
In these first 3 games, they've used, which is Chelsea, referring to Chelsea.
Hmm.
They've used 3 different structures
Hmm.
because they have a lot of different players and alternatives.
Yes, they do.
It is not easy to know how they will play.
Of course,
So what does that tell you?
it tells you that Chelsea does not have, as of right now, they're still finding their feet.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No, I'm going somewhere.
That's
I'm going
from the
somewhere.
no wait now. That's
I'm
from the
going
negative.
I'm not going
It's
for
a
negative. It's
no. What he's saying is
Chelsea are
a
unpredictable.
compliment. Yeah, because if you predict your opponent, you can get them. You
Yeah.
can ask them.
Chelsea
It's
are
not-
But if you don't, if you
No,
can't predict what they're going to
no,
bring,
It's because they have too many players. You don't even know who is going to start.
Yeah.
No, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying.
Even the coach,
I'll read
even
it
the
again.
coach of the team is confused.
Hold on. Let me.
The Chelsea coach is confused. Guys don't know what
He
happening
said
right now.
3 different
It's about the
structures.
Chelsea. The Chelsea in you is seeing a positive view of that.
Yeah, remove your passion
That's
for the
the thing.
club. Let's talk about Chelsea.
And be objective.
You're being objective because you're a Chelsea fan at the time.
No.
But
Let me land. So the reason he said this is this. Let's assume you're a coach today. You're like Pep, right? You need to be dynamic. Game of football is 90 minutes, right? Your formation is 4-3-3, right? And you're playing against the opponent. They are marking you out within the first 15-20 minutes. You see that 4-3 is not working. As a tactician, as a coach, right? You need to see, how can I tweak this formation? You switch to 3-5-2. That is the structure he's talking about here. He's saying we played with three different structures, meaning that a coach should adapt his game to
based on your opponent.
Exactly. So that is what he's saying.
That is where we're going.
That is what this guy is saying here. So that's why Chelsea is going to put them away.
Let me make some things clear.
Enzo Maresca is a tactician. He learned from the genius.
He learned from it.
So just give it up for Enzo Maresca.
No,
he has plethora of options to use.
I'm not taking away anything from the.
If you want to defend against a low block, Jadon Sancho will come in. How many
points do you have from 3 matches?
How many points? We're just getting started. Calm down.
That is where we are going.
We're just getting started.
You say
how many points?
We are analyzing.
We have just 4 points.
Yeah, we won. We lost.
How many goals?
So it's just 4 points. I know.
Now let me unpack that same statement you made.
Yeah.
In a different way. All right. You talked about it in a positive angle. Because let me play the devil's advocate right now. Let's balance it up.
Yeah.
He said, you do not have a certain pattern because you've played 3 matches with 3 different
structures.
Now, do you know, like you just said, in a same game, structure can be changed 3, 4, 5 times.
Within 90 minutes.
I think there was a particular post-match interview where Arteta said he had used 30-something or 40-something formations in a particular game. Yeah, he mentioned.
Yeah, you have to adapt.
Now, the thing is, Viola is a very intelligent coach. He is telling you this because he knows that Chelsea doesn't have a single pattern at a time. They are still looking for their identity. They have not identified how they want to play.
No, they know how to. But no, they've identified.
No, they have not. That's what he said.
No.
That's not what I say.
Let's read it again.
Listen.
Okay, should I read it again?
Let me finish.
Should I read it again?
No. Kaka, listen. See,
Just let me
they've
finish.
identified the way they want to play, but they just haven't played up to the level of the play that the manager requires from them.
Let me finish where I'm going.
They're a possession-based team. They're a possession-based team.
Kaka is trying to analyze that statement.
I'm analyzing the statement. Probably no. Let me unpack it.
It's coming from the fact that he's still trying to find the right players.
Exactly, he's trying to find the balance. He hasn't found that balance yet.
But not the play. The play is the same because they're possession-based.
It's not. Do you also know that clubs will take advantage of the fact that he has not.
No, not the position-based.
They're a position-based team. That's what I'm saying.
No, position-based thing is one thing. Structure, formations is a different thing entirely.
Off the ball,
off the ball, on the ball at a time.
Now, on the ball is position-based.
He said he's played 3 matches with 3 different structures. 3 different structures.
Yeah.
Now, what he's trying to do is he has a structure in his head. Okay, I'm a position-based team. Now, in transition, what do I do? How do I do this differently? Now, the thing is, look at what he did to Everton. Everton had one pattern. Everton was like last weekend they played 1-2 long balls, control, score.
Because of Noni. Noni has a pace in the wing.
Let me quickly add this.
When they did that, look at what
let me quickly add this.
Guys, we don't have the time.
We said because they have a lot of different players.
That's what I'm saying.
And alternatives.
I think you understand this.
Meaning that
so it has nothing to do with the same.
It's because they have too many players and it's difficult for the opposition to decide or the gentleman who is going to start.
It's not a prediction. It's not about now
how they will play.
It's how they will play. Now, what Maresca, if you guys have been watching Maresca, when he's trying to play something and it doesn't work, he changes it as soon as possible. That is the point. Now, Maresca, that's to tell you that he's trying to find his feet. He's trying to find out what exactly, who is really perfect for this.
That's why he signed Sancho.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay. Kaka, who is winning this match? Chelsea, Bournemouth. Bournemouth is playing at home.
Oh, no, I'll actually go for a Chelsea 2-1.
Yeah,
2-1.
Chelsea 3-1.
That's strange.
No, actually,
3-1.
just
Despite all these things that you guys have said,
I am predicting
Because-
2-2.
because-
Bournemouth
because-
2, Chelsea 2.
Because you have the players. You have Sancho in there now.
thank you.
That's a
No, you have to play.
I'm telling you,
No, but my
it brings
point-
Felix
I think-
is
I think
there.
You guys are not understanding. what-
I am predicting 2-2. I see Bournemouth almost beating Chelsea. Chelsea will come from behind and make it 2-2. That is my prediction.
We are winning 2-1.
Okay.
I can assure you. Chelsea's
Oh,
gonna
you're
win.
going to one with me too.
Yeah, Chelsea's gonna win 2.
Tottenham versus Arsenal. The big match.
That's what they call the.
Let us. Is
Yeah.
this what we're going to
Sunday.
wrap up the podcast? Tottenham Arsenal, because
Okay,
that's,
let's just go to Wolves.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do
that's-
let's do
that's the match of the weekend.
let's do
Tottenham
Wolves.
Arsenal.
Okay, let's do Wolves Newcastle first.
Wolves Newcastle. I think I'll give it for Newcastle. They're going to win away. Eddie Howe is a very good coach, and
It's Wolves
Gordon,
about him.
Isak is good. Wolves, because we fought them 6-2, right? And
It doesn't mean it's your day.
no,
You came on the day when
Wolves,
you just.
Wolves is not as good.
Wolves
They
as
are not a bad team, I'm serious.
I know, but-
they're not as good.
exactly. So
And structurally, Newcastle.
I think they lost this weekend too. They lost to Arsenal on the first weekend.
Yeah.
They lost to
they lost 2
second.
games now. They have 1 draw, so they have 1
They
point
drew,
right
okay,
now.
they drew their second game.
So-
Or their third game.
So that's why I say Newcastle is going to win.
And
So Newcastle,
Yeah.
2-0,
2-1.
2-1,
2-1.
I would say 3-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle.
Yeah.
I'll go 2-0 Newcastle.
Okay. You said 3-0.
2-0.
Okay, 2-0.
They'll beat Wolves
You said
2-0
2-1.
at home. It's 2-1.
Yeah, they will.
And you said
I said 3-1 Newcastle.
okay.
I went 2-0.
Okay. Okay, so before we go to the Arsenal match, let's quickly look at this one. Fulham West Ham.
Don Weston. That's
That's a tricky one.
a 1-1. Reading over it.
Iwobi,
Yeah, it's a 1-1.
Emil Smith Rowe, Iwobi,
It's a 1-1.
Calvin Bassey.
Calvin Bassey.
Right?
Eh?
Kudus.
Kudus.
They have Kudus.
They have
West
Kudus
Ham,
and West Ham,
Kudus.
yeah.
Antonio.
And they also have Bowen.
Antonio.
Yeah,
Fantastic
Bowen.
player, Bowen.
So I'll say 1-1.
Okay, 1-1.
I go 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go 2-2 as well. I'll
So
go
this
2-2.
one I sure go.
So full, yeah, go for anybody.
Sure,
that
go,
plays team. Fulham West Ham, go.
Sure go.
Carry go. For my
If you
Nigerian
are
fans,
watching, sure
my
go.
Nigerian fans, go.
Okay, so the big match, Tottenham versus Arsenal. Arsenal is playing this match without their key midfielders. Declan Rice is suspended, of course. Martin Odegaard is injured, and of course, you also know that the likes of Merino have not played for Arsenal. He came in injured, and most Arsenal fans are scared going into this match. For the first time, Arsenal is going to play against Tottenham at home, and Arsenal fans are scared. The last 2 seasons, Arsenal will go to Tottenham, get the result, and in fact, they don't just win; they win in style. Kaka, you're an Arsenal fan. Are you scared that Arsenal is going to lose this match?
To be honest, I have some level of confidence in this game, to be very honest. Given the fact that Tottenham play a very high line,
Yeah.
right? And I'm so sure that Arsenal is going to sit back, contain them, and hit them on the counter. Why am I not phased? I'm not phased because if you look at the game against Newcastle last match Tottenham played, every time they hit them on the counter, they're going to have a chance.
Yeah.
There was always going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm sure Arteta is going to play. If it's not starting Sterling, it's going to start Martinelli.
But that was without Van der Ven. Van der Ven is back in this game.
No,
It doesn't mean-
now he's
So-
hold on. I'm coming. Van der Ven is one person.
Yeah.
But he makes a huge difference in that.
Was Van der Ven
Because he's quick.
in that game when Arsenal went to Tottenham?
To Tottenham, 3-0. 3-0 in 35
one?
minutes.
3-0 in 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Van der Ven was hurt. It was hurt.
He was
No,
in
he
the
was
game.
there. He was there. He scored a goal that was
Are you
cancelled.
joking?
He scored a goal that was cancelled. Remember that? He scored. He made it 1-1. So it was cancelled.
He played.
Yeah.
This is a counter-attack.
Yeah.
When the pass from Havertz,
Yeah.
and he was chasing Saka.
But that game, Tottenham should have taken the chances. They could have won that game. But go ahead.
I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead. Patrick Pogba is very stubborn. He's
Yeah.
still going to play that high line.
Yeah.
Now,
I love it.
now the truth there is losing Odegaard and Rice will make Arsenal sit back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
We'll sit back. That's why I said tactically.
And the good thing is that we have a defense. We have a very good defense. I don't
very,
just
very
concede.
strong.
Yeah, defensively,
Yeah.
But
Defensively-
can I quickly button?
Also
I'm not
very
sure because I know Arteta.
Hmm.
I'm not sure he's going to sit back. You guys don't play defensive football.
No, it depends on
No, the problem is they're going to bring in Jorginho.
No, they did.
Who sits back.
Most of-
Partey will also want to come back a little.
most of
Now
last
there's going to
season
be
they
a gap
did.
in
Arsenal
that
did.
midfield.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Most of last season, Arsenal played more pragmatic.
One thing about Arsenal that I like.
They played
One thing
more
about
pragmatic
Arteta
last
is
season.
the difference between Arteta and Arsene Wenger is Arsene Wenger doesn't care who is playing.
Yes,
He
he will
plays.
play anyhow he wants to play.
Now look at Arsenal at the Emirates, well, at Etihad last season. We
No block.
had a low
No
block.
block.
Yeah.
Sometimes we changed it to a mid block,
Yeah.
and then we hit them. Similar thing when they came. So he has respect when he knows when, like when we lost Rice in the last game.
Yep.
When
He needs to ensure that he saves off the game.
he just
Get the
knocked it
point.
up. If he had brought in Calafiori early enough, I don't think we would have considered that goal.
Yeah.
But the moment he brought them in, look at how sure we were. We were even. So when Arteta does one thing, he has the tactical know-how and knows how to switch tactics within the game. So many times he has said it that his formations within the game can change as many times. That I will repeat. I think he said for something times I don't know. I mean, in a game, and I was shocked that he could hear how many formations you can play in a single game.
Yeah. That's what he learned from Pep Guardiola. He
So
also does
he
that.
needs to
So
be very tactical.
for the Arsenal fans, Nathaniel, I want to ask them. I want to ask you, who's going to replace Odegaard on Sunday?
You're asking
in
me
Arsenal?
now.
Yes.
If I am the coach, if I have a chance to talk to Arteta, I would suggest that Kai Havertz come down back into the midfield
And Gabriel Jesus.
and get with Jesus. If he's
And
fit,
you're gonna have
he
Partey.
plays up
Yes,
now.
yes,
But if we don't have
Injured.
Gabriel, I'm not sure we have
He's
Jesus.
injured.
So what I will do, I'll put Trossard as stop line.
Oh,
I'll
false
play.
nine, yeah.
I'll play. In fact, I'm going to start Sterling, not Martinelli.
Yeah,
Because
but
Martinelli is
Sterling,
not
Trossard and Saka.
I've watched Sterling in training, and
Yeah.
I think that young man is willing and is ready. So I'll start him from the left hand side of
He has a
attack.
point to prove.
Yeah, that guy has a
you're
point
right.
of proof.
Yeah.
So I'll start him from the left side of attack. I'll put Saka.
And he
on the
will
right
play
side.
very well. Yeah.
Then I will put Havertz to come and play the Odegaard wing.
Hmm.
Then I'll drop Partey and Jorginho
Jorginho,
behind
yeah.
him.
Kaka, what do you
Then
think?
Trossard will top. Trossard will score any
Yeah,
day,
he will,
anytime
yeah.
against
Yeah.
Tottenham.
He's
So
Tottenham.
But
Trossard is-
Trossard never plays good when he starts games. He's better off the bench.
no, most times, but at times he starts
No,
with two.
yeah.
Sometimes it starts.
Anytime he's playing, he does well.
No,
Trossard
when
is a good player.
He's better off the bench.
Trossard is by far the best finisher Arsenal has at the
Arsenal,
time.
yeah.
For real.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
real.
The best
That
finisher
guy, very
Arsenal
lively.
has at the time.
Yeah.
Now, the formation you just mentioned was what I had in my head. And that formation is the killing counter-attack
Yeah.
formation.
Yeah,
If you start Sterling on the wing, Poro is not going to move.
yeah.
You know when
Yeah,
someone
because
writes,
they keep eye line.
Yep.
You're right.
so you know when someone writes 2 on the ground and stands on top of you, you just write his position number 2 on the ground and stand up because he wouldn't want to move.
Mm.
But once you play, if you play Sterling, one thing about Sterling is he's tricky and fast.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be deadly.
He's tricky, he's skillful,
Tottenham
and
because-
fast. Yeah,
If you have two pacey wingers and
two
clever wingers,
deadly wingers.
Saka
No,
and
no.
Sterling.
Not really.
Now, Sterling, I won't watch
Yeah.
him. I don't get time. I want
Yeah,
on Sunday. Sunday, yeah.
So it's on Sunday.
Tell him on
So-
Sunday.
Yes, Arteta is just going to soak them in and then hit it.
But I have
That's what
another
I'm
opinion. What if Arteta gives a boy Ethan Waneri a
yeah.
chance?
No, it's a big match. If to say nah,
No,
if to say nah, Brentford.
What if he gives him a chance?
to be honest, rumors have it that Ethan may start that match.
Okay.
Ethan may start.
Exactly. I read the
No,
news
the
today.
pressure will be too much.
And I have a feeling that he may risk it that
Yeah.
come and start this boy.
Because he has done it before.
Yeah.
He started Smiro in the Chelsea game. Although Smiro had experience already in the first
No,
team, Ethan has
yeah.
the first team experience as well. But he just threw in Smiro in that game, and Smiro made a lot of difference.
Mm.
Now, rumors have it that he may start Ethan, but I don't see him starting Ethan in that game. I think he rather plays Trossard. He'd
Trossard.
rather be
Yeah.
safe.
And Alvarez,
Because
right?
it's if he was at the Emirates, I'll hit my chest and say Ethan is going to start.
And also, if we are beating Brighton, if we are 9 points, if we are 9 points, you can take risks. But no, if you lose this match, you are playing Man City next.
So you can't gamble.
No, the pressure will be too much on you.
Yeah, you guys don't lose. I'll give it.
So your prediction?
I'll give it Tottenham win.
Okay. Tottenham's 2-1. Okay.
Because you guys will score a goal.
So Tottenham 2-1. Sure goal, yeah?
The midfield is going to decide the game. It's not the attack.
So, but what do they have in the Tottenham midfield? They have Mbesuma. Mbesuma is also injured. Yeah, so without Mbesuma in the Tottenham midfield, they only have Bentancur and Papesa. Papesa cannot compete against Partey.
But Bentancur, I think he's suspended.
He's also suspended.
So it's only Papesa and
He's not suspended.
I don't think it's suspended. I think Bentancur is playing.
I think it's some racial.
Bentancur.
1 second.
Oh no.
Some racial thing that happened between him and
Yeah, no.
the
The
Asians
FA,
something.
yeah, the FA has not decided.
They haven't decided. Hold on.
FA has not decided.
Charged if you were racial slow about. I think he's suspended.
No, I don't think. I don't think it was decided yet. He said there was a charge, but he has not been penalized.
Oh.
He has not been penalized.
so for our viewers' information as well.
FA law says match between 6 to 12 games will be recommended. Bentancur has until Thursday 19th to respond. Okay, so
he's going to play.
He's going to play.
So I'm sure he's going to play this match.
He's going to play.
So what they have is Bentancur. They have Bentancur. They have Matissa.
Yeah, Papesa.
Papa Matissa and
Madison.
And Madison.
Yeah.
Madison is attacking. They don't have their defensive midfield. That is the core.
So you are always Bissouma and Papesa and Madison.
But Bissouma is injured.
Bissouma is not playing.
Yeah.
So they have Bentancur and Papesa against Massa and Jorginho.
No, they have this guy. This guy's back. What's his name? The South American guy.
Son?
No. The South American guy. What's his name?
South American guy.
Yeah.
Plays in midfield for them?
Yeah. Is this South American?
No. I don't think they have any South American player.
1 second.
Well, the key men, those guys, those midfielders, now the Bentancur and Papa Matissa.
Yeah.
I think they sold
For me, because they sold Oldberg. Oldberg is with Olympic Marseille. It's with Marseille now. It's not to Marseille.
They sold Skip to
Leicester City. Yeah.
So they sold Skip. I don't even remember any other person they have in that midfield at all.
So now the key men with that, you have Madison in front. Madison is playing behind Son. Then you have Kulusevski right side of Mata.
For our viewers, I just want to mention this guy is back. Dominic Solanke is back. He's going to play.
No, Dominic Solanke actually
He's back.
Solanke.
Well, Solanke
Solanke and Havertz. Who will you take?
Oh, so
Havertz all day.
Solanke over
No, but you guys
He
won us the Champions League. I can't
Havertz
forget.
scored 2 goals in 3 matches.
Havertz won us the Champions League 2021. I can't forget.
But you guys, most Chelsea fans were saying
I wasn't too critical about Havertz.
Havertz wasn't good enough.
No, I never
But
said
you know that
To be honest,
Havertz,
I never said that.
But you know that Havertz in Arsenal is a different Havertz from Havertz.
He actually gained his confidence back. He has confidence back.
because
Unlike
because
when
in
he was
Arsenal,
Chelsea.
the games are more controlled. They're more controlled. It's a more
And the coach gives you time. Ateta gives players time.
We play football the way football should
Yeah.
play.
No, it's what we call orgasmic.
Orgasmic football. We make it look so romantic. You feel at home.
You know what? Listen.
That place like
Why you dey carry us go where we don't know? Wetin be orgasm? I know that. Wetin be that
because
one?
it's sweet. You know when you watch us, the only thing that ma talk and true. The thing when you see you pass for this, no go back out.
Go back out. Wetin dey grab the papa?
I don't understand.
Tell us. What makes you an Arsenal fan?
What makes me Arsenal? Even when we dey lose,
Like the football.
When Arsenal, when you go see am, you go see.
Guys, one and talk sentiment. Go with sentiment. Go with talk the football.
The only thing wey dey give us
Wetin dey make for EPL, which team dey make you happy when you watch football? Jokes apart.
Which team?
No,
Now Man City they make me happy because they are winning.
No.
They are winning. So It's boring because they kill
No.
games. They kill
Last season they were boring. They were boring last
They
season.
were boring last
They are boring
season.
because they win games.
No,
No, not because they win games.
You
You know how they play.
how
Too many passes, right?
Sideways.
Yeah, sideways.
Sideways.
Possession.
Obviously, this
And then
season,
the thing is just on the side.
obviously, this season they'll be more exciting.
No, this season,
Because
this
the
season,
kid
this season they're coming. They have this.
I know that because the ball is back and they're playing
Yeah.
through the midfield.
Yeah.
Arsenal play through. Arsenal play through the midfield and play to the side
Yeah.
because you have the likes. When you have the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, the likes of Odegaard, when
Oh, the team I enjoy watching.
when
Brian
this guy came into your midfield, what's his name?
Okay.
Brian
Right,
Serbia.
yeah.
When Cole Palmer came into your midfield, you see the difference, right? When he plays on the side,
No. You can't play very well.
That's a
That was the mistake Enzo Maresca made the first game against Man City.
But when he brought him into the midfield, what happened?
Changed the game.
The whole thing is over.
Yeah,
That's a
Two
difference.
or three assists. in one goal, right?
exactly.
When once
Against Wolves.
once you have that creative hub in that middle, football is just going to be.
No, I give it like in my.
Well, guys, you're still watching Football Fans Canada. I mean, these guys are all football fans based in Canada.
See.
They are passionate. They
But-
love the game.
but-
And you can see the way they are talking football.
Before you finish,
You will know, yeah.
Your manager just signed another extension. Are you happy about him signing extending?
Who is
his deal
that?
at Arsenal?
Arteta.
I tell you, 3 years contract.
Are you happy with it?
I am the
happy.
happiest man on it.
Be honest.
Happiest man on
No,
it.
let's face it. Let's face it.
This is why Arsenal know with the truth. That's the winger. They were playing beautiful ball.
Yeah.
You know, let's face it.
Yeah.
Let me ask both of you.
That's
Enzo Maresca right now,
Mhm.
if you had a chance to sign Arteta ahead of Enzo, would you take it?
No, not really.
No, hold
No,
on.
this is a
Hold
simple
on.
question,
It's
yeah.
a simple question.
Yeah, I
Maresca,
have to,
Arteta,
I
honest,
have to be
honest.
objective and honest.
Yeah.
Right? Arteta have experience more than Enzo Maresca, so I'll
Yeah.
take Arteta.
In the Premier
Who
League.
will you take?
I'll take Maresca.
Arteta
I'll
or
take
Ten Hag?
Arteta, of course.
Ten Hag?
Yeah.
Of course, that's the question right now.
Arteta or Ten Hag?
Who would you
No,
take?
I think
If you had a shot.
I think we're talking about Enzo Maresca.
No, we are not with Maresca. We are the Chelsea fan. We are not with Man U fan.
Listen.
Arteta or Ten Hag? We don't get time.
Okay, no.
Is it a yes or a no?
We have revenge story. I'll take revenge story.
No, that wasn't the question. The question is
Arteta or Ten Hag?
You have
Which one do you want?
point. You have 1 point. Choose one.
Yeah.
I'll take revenge story.
No, it's not an option.
She's not an option,
It's
right?
not an option.
He's an assistant manager, so I'll take revenge
It's
story.
not an option. They said Arteta right now.
Nat, then they set you up.
No, I know. See, okay. See. If you want to ask me, Arteta's football.
Eh?
I'll take his football, but I'm not taking the manager.
So
How
why
would
would
you
you
take
take the
Ujo?
manager?
How would you take his
Why
football?
would you
Not
take
the
the football,
manager.
not the manager?
But
Huh?
it's the same
So who's
manager
going to
that
implement the football?
Who's going to implement the football?
Maresca is there.
Maresca.
You just don't want
You want to take Maresca? You want to take Maresca?
Yeah,
If you ask me,
Yes,
this guy.
Oh my God! They want to send you home. I know. But I'm being honest.
Give me hands, but
Arteta has experience than Maresca, so I'll take.
No.
Arteta
See.
so I know.
But I think I came as an underdog. He never managed any
it's
team.
very-
Maresca
yeah.
has managed the team.
It's very unfair you say that. It's very unfair you say that because
It's not unfair.
It is.
He won the championship,
It
and that's
is.
all.
It is because
What else has he
because when
coached? Who else has he
When
coached?
Arteta came to Arsenal,
He never had a single experience.
just like what he said.
No, what I'm saying as at today,
I'll-
the question you asked is as at today, right?
Uh-huh.
So it makes sense.
I'll take Maresca.
3 trophies in 5 seasons.
Cool. Okay.
So, what are you
When
talking
you say
about?
watching Football Fans Canada is presented here in Canada. Of course, these are passionate football fans. We love the game. And of course, we have taken time to look at the matches that are coming up this weekend in the English Premier League. Of course, in the next episode of this show, we might decide to delve into the Spanish League and of course the German Bundesliga. But for this week, we decided to concentrate on the English Premier League. Like I said, this show will be coming up every weekend just because we want to sit down here and look at the EPL. We love the game so much and we are passionate about the game. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of the show today.
Thank you.
And of course, I
Thank
want
you.
to say
Thank you.
a big thank you to all of you for being part of our show. We want you to subscribe. We also want you to press the notification button, like us, give us your thumb up, and of course, always be part of this show. Look out for us. The name is Football Fans Canada. If you are in Canada and you love football, you love soccer, please subscribe on this show and be part of us. We'll be back next week. Thank you and God bless. Bye-bye.
Cheers.